Hey, it's Paero, and tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to give you folks a basic rundown on the dungeon boss, Scarlet and Sear on Yesha. First, we'll talk about the general fight layout and then discuss loadouts. So, I know we haven't been to Yesha, and while we're just cherry picking certain fights in adventure mode for now, we do plan on finishing courses and officially going through Yesha in a future video. So, onto the fight layout. You'll notice as you enter the arena, there is a relatively big open area in the middle. However, there's a lot of cover and elevation you can use to help get you in a better position. The battle starts off with Sear flying towards you, and he'll be your main priority for the first part of this fight. He uses a fire sling weapon that does a bit of damage, but can also inflict continual burn, which can be a little annoying. Keep in mind, Scald will usually stay in the back, lobbing fire shots at you occasionally, but other than that, we can largely ignore him for now. Once you get a rhythm for how he moves, Sear isn't difficult to take down, but the fact that he's mobile means he'll mainly be focused on you as well. From time to time, he'll use a charging headbutt attack, but again, it's nothing that you shouldn't be able to recover from. I got Sear about down to half health when the snake ads started spawning in. Thankfully, they only come in 2 at a time, but priority should be shifted to dealing with those snakes first, because they will knock your health pool down to 0 if you let them. They're a bit tanky as well. My Magnum revolver did about 144 to 145 damage per shot, and I'd say it took me about 2 to 3 shots to take one out. If I went in for weak spot damage, I could probably 2-shot, maybe even 1-shot a snake. However, your mileage will vary according to character setup and loadout. Once you've dispatched Sear, Scald will start to move in with his fiery crossbow, and let me tell you, that thing is no joke. He shoots fire volleys in groups of 3, and he'll just continue pummeling you with those fiery balls of death, so long as he's got a decent line of sight of you. And let's not forget the continual burning damage that comes along with those shots as well. Snakeheads will still continue to spawn while fighting Scald, so just be sure to check your surroundings every now and again, because with the way the map is set up as you're running, you might spin a corner and next thing you know, you're snake dinner. But remember, if you ever get in a bad situation and you're near a vaultable railing of some sort, sometimes it's just better to get out of dodge and work the map to your advantage. Now, if you think you're going to try to play the long distance game with this guy, just realize that he's also trying to do the same thing while closing as much distance between you as possible. And if you haven't noticed, Skull likes to move around a lot. His goal in life is basically to throw fireballs in your face. There were several moments where I was in a gunfight with the guy across the map. He'd disappear, and a second later, I'd feel this fiery love tap almost out of nowhere from behind me. Alright, so you survived the fight. What do you get? Well, Skull and Sear will drop a material called Zephyr's Conduit, which you'll be able to trade in for the Wildfire Shot Weapon mod. And from what I've seen, I'd say it's a pretty sweet mod, being able to lob fireballs at swarms of enemies. If you've made it to this point and have the Ruin Gun, the fight should be relatively stress-free. The long gun has the ability to auto-revive you with about a third of your health, and also allows you to take about a quarter less damage for 10 seconds. With that being said, I still wouldn't say it's necessary, but if you're gonna take on this boss, it really does help to have a solid gun that can deal decent mid to the long range damage. And with the Ruin, you're gonna get that range. and it doesn't hurt to have a 3x magnification scope on that sucker. Because I had planned on going for more of a defensive run and gun type of strat, I decided to go with the Magnum revolver as my handgun because I wanted to make my shots whittle down Skull's hit point pool whenever I wasn't dodging, healing, or getting burnt alive. So I really needed to make each shot count a little more, even though I primarily was using Ruin anyway. I didn't really explore other loadout options for handguns, but I have seen other videos and streamers that go in with an SMG and they turn out just fine. So I'd say use whichever gun you think is going to get you more bang for your buck. I didn't go too crazy with the mods during my playthrough. Hotshot mod on my handgun did just fine for me, especially since Sear and the Snake Ads were still susceptible to fire. But if you feel like you need the extra heals, slapping on a Mender's Aura might be beneficial. Just remember to find a safe place behind cover where you can proc it, away from snakes or Scald. Pillar of Stone helped me keep my shots steady, so I'd recommend that if you're having trouble lining your shots like I did. I put Hunter's Halo in my second slot to up my effective range, even though I probably didn't really need to, but I didn't have any better alternatives at the time. Now, if you've got Mother's Ring or even Keeper's Ring, equipping that is probably more useful than Hunter's Halo. For amulets, I stuck with Twisted Idol as I felt that the armor effectiveness was better for my loadout as opposed to going full out DPS with Brutal Mark. Some sources say to utilize the hydrocoolants. I'll say you should definitely buy a few to use, but don't just completely rely on them. Those things don't make you completely impervious to fire. Plus, if you do get caught or clipped by one of Scald's fire volleys, you'll just end up having to either roll around or use another hydrocoolant to clear away the burning effect again anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else I forgot to address or you'd like to make some suggestions, let us know in the comments below. Before I go, just to give you folks an update on things, I know our uploading schedule has been a little all over the place, but like I said earlier, we are planning on wrapping up courses, retackling Ixalis, and continuing the story at some point. Our schedule here is currently shifting, so I hope you'll bear with us in the coming months. Also, if there's a certain game series we've already done that you'd like us to revisit, or an upcoming game you'd be interested in watching us make a series of, let us know that as well. That's something we definitely would like to hear from you guys. This is Paero, signing off.